this is a serious letter, so we should So
Yes.
again, it's from David.
Okay.
Dear Roc Doc, I'm really worried about my son, who I know is using drugs. That's legitimate.
That's a pretty definite statement.
Yeah. He still lives at home, has no job, isn't dating. I keep telling him what a loser he is and how no one would want to be with him because he's an addict. It just doesn't get through to him. And I
wonder why.
Well,
It's hard to see why.
I can't understand why.
Yeah.
And I've been in recovery for 23 years because my daughter helped me see the truth. What more can I do? David.
Well, you want to start that one off, or you want me to?
How do it sounds like you're not wondering.
There's a
so
lot.
much.
Well, first of all, I mean, there's lots in there, but telling somebody they're a loser is probably not a great way to start off a conversation, right? I mean, I know if it was me, I'd probably tell somebody like, whatever.
So when I started off saying you were like a loser, that didn't work.
It
doesn't work.
It's not really good to help me, look at myself.
Right.
But from the kid's perspective, I can speak from the recovery side because I'm in recovery, and I was once a kid who lived at home with no job and used drugs. Use of the family car, free food. I got my own spot in the basement, right? I can bring people in and out, kind of like sneaky. And, why would I stop? What would like provide me the motivation to want to stop that life? That sounds like, to an addict, I would think that sounds
sounds
pretty
got
good,
everything,
right?
Everything needed, and then just need some cash for the drug.
Yeah.
Which
somehow he's
wonder
getting
where that's coming. Well, maybe he's dealing or
He
made steal or something like that. But so it may not be as getting it directly from his parents, but he's certainly getting the rest of his lifestyle.
Yeah, it's like being a king without any responsibility.
Yeah.
Right. It's scary because I don't know what drug he's using. I mean, hopefully it's not opiates, but that's kind of like the quintessential
that's
setup.
the profile.
Yeah.
Profile and find overdose or something. So the concern is totally legitimate. I think the method, kind of the shame, just heap on enough shame, and then certainly, kind of turn around is actually empirically proven false.
Dad's in recovery too, right? He said.
Yep, 23 years.
Okay, it's interesting that he would think that would work, being in recovery himself.
Well,
the whole shaming thing, it just doesn't seem to be congruent with a recovery mindset.
Yeah, it's a whole field of behavior change psychology called self-affirmation theory, and it's kind of the opposite. That the kind of a core part of this self-affirmation theory is that shame leads to people putting these psychological defenses up so that you're just not going to hear. So really, sort of putting the shields up and ain't anything getting through.
Yeah, I mean, if the first thing you say to me is negative, I'm going to get defensive.
Yeah.
And no matter how much you try to explain it, I'm probably going to have a hard time hearing it because I'm feeling attacked.
Yeah. And instead, kind of the fact that this dad is making such an effort. He's writing out to us. No doubt he's asking for help otherwise.
Yeah.
Clearly he cares about his son.
He's obviously concerned.
He
wouldn't let him live there, I would imagine, if he didn't really love him.
That may be a good starting point. You
mean the illustrating the genuine concern?
But the kind of attachment is saying, you're worthy of me loving you. Is a starting point.
That might be a good way to start the conversation.
As opposed to, you're such a loser. Because I think that the dad, in a way, kind of sees that his son is worthy of his love and care and concern.
Sounds like a lot of frustration maybe on the dad's part, and he doesn't know what else to do.
Yeah.
Is there a resource, maybe like, I don't know, Al-Anon or some resource maybe that dad can go and sort of focus on himself?
Yeah.
Because we can't fix the son. We can't fix the son. Son's going to do what he's going to do regardless of what you do.
Yeah.
That's just how it is, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing we can say or do.
That's right.
That's going to change him, but we can change how we respond to the person, which can help them take more of a look inside rather than just say what a jerk dad is for getting on me all the time.
Yeah. So I think that's a good idea. Al-Anon, maybe
Have a family counselor.
Yeah, I doubt the son is going to go to that, but maybe I'm guessing the David's still married, so maybe he and his wife and we can go, or anyone else in the household.
Certainly would be beneficial for David and his wife to be on the same page.
Yeah,
as far as how they would manage that relationship.
And maybe they are, maybe they're not. But if they are, they're kind of on the wrong page at this point, because it seems like, just if you go back at the evidence is where they're doing it and working.
Yeah.
And kind of doing more and more intensive of this not working stuff will lead to more intensive not working.
Yeah, that's kind of the pattern we get into, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like we get frustrated, we try harder, but it takes sort of a nuclear blast to shift us off of our track.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
I say, read some Al-Anon literature.
Mm-hmm.
Look at your own recovery. Maybe go back. Maybe if he was a patient of mine and he was in Comac in one of our groups, I might say to him, journaling about your own recovery and what worked for you early on, the people that were supportive, who a sponsor, recovery network people, those relationships. How did that work for you?
Yeah, and the daughter. I mean, clearly, daughter helped out a lot as well.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. The daughter was a big part of his recovery.
Was it all shame based, or was it something the daughter, kind of was approaching more as, kind of a loving, you're important.
Yeah, I need you.
Yeah,
I need you there for me.
Yeah, kind of different approach.
Yeah.
So, David, I think that's what you need. I think it's the nuclear blast.
He also has leverage.
Okay.
He's got I don't know how old the kid is. The kid could be 16. He might be a minor. We don't know that. But if he's not a minor, and even if he is, you still have the
so there's no job, so he probably is an adult.
Yeah, it's like, well, you need to start doing A, B, and C, or you can't live here anymore. Mm-hmm. You can do whatever you want, but you can't do it here.
Which
I'll still love you, but
requires some support and to have the boundaries, really, because
that's where him and the wife have to.
Yeah, and then maybe outside too, because really you would be. I mean, you gotta uphold the. If you set a limit, you gotta stick with it.
That is the hard part. And I don't have kids, but I can imagine that it's got to be super hard.
Yeah.
But it's hurting him.
Yeah, I keep trying to push out my 16-year-old.
Yeah, it's not working. My dog and I have the same relationship.
Yeah.
Well, David, I wish you luck. I know there's an answer in there somewhere for you, and I really I hope you write back and you find something that maybe helps you.
Yeah.
And hopefully that'll help your son.
Yeah. All right.